The reality of being a content creator. Let's dive straight into this, focusing on the fact of trying to make this a job. However, let me make it clear that as much as this is a dream job for me, and I'm trying my hardest to make that become my reality, creating content is also just very fun for me. I love doing it. Making money as a content creator has probably never been easier than it is right now, with all the different revenue streams available to content creators. That statement of it being easy isn't entirely true. Yes, the options are incredibly wide, but getting into those options is the hard part. Ad revenue is one of the biggest sources of income as a content creator, but it very much depends on the platform you're using and the type of content you're creating. Let's of course begin with FruitLab. In all honesty, the ad revenue on FruitLab may as well be non-existent because of how terribly low it is, and that is just the truth. To anyone who makes content here on FruitLab already knows that without me even mentioning it. Roughly, on average, I make about 70p per video in pips from ads, which is roughly the equivalent to 85 cents, which is clearly bad. You'd have to make around 100 videos per day every month to make a good enough amount to live off of ad revenue. So that means we throw ad revenue out the window on FruitLab. Let's talk about YouTube's ad revenue. Well, if I could, that is. Because here's the next issue any content creator encounters. Actually being able to make ad revenue on YouTube, which I'm not able to. All I do know for a fact is that CPM is a hell of a lot better on YouTube than it is on FruitLab. Where does that leave us? Sponsorships. Sponsorships are a gigantic source of revenue for all content creators, especially those who are classed as a smaller creator, simply because their views are smaller than the big creators making thousands alone from ad revenue. I won't be disclosing how much money I make from sponsorships, but I can tell you that I've made more off the 2 recent FiveM sponsored videos than I have made in the past 3 months from FruitLab ad revenue. I will say in the last 3 months, I've earned a shockingly $13 in ad revenue on FruitLab. So how do we get sponsorships? The honest answer to this is actually really hard to get sponsorships, to be honest. These big YouTubers might make it seem like I'm lying about this, but you've got to think. The big companies are going to want to pay more money to people with bigger numbers to maximize their investment. That's also why you'll notice a lot of smaller creators get sponsored by companies such as Smallish Mobile Games, Minecraft sponsors, and those type of things. The only one-off for me personally was the OnePlus brand deal. I'd love to tell you all how to get more sponsorships, but I'm sure as you can see, I'm really not the best person to be giving advice on that. But I will say, if you're passionate about a product, a game you like, or even a service, reach out to them. Be professional and show your genuine interest. That's the best tips I've got for you because that's what I have done so far. I will sort of warn you that a lot of the time you'll be ignored and left with no reply by a lot of people or companies you reach out to simply due to the fact they are probably not interested in your smaller numbers compared to other creators they work with, and if you're on FruitLab, it is a lesser known platform and a lot of companies will not take that risk. With all of that being said then, how do you carry on? I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that because I'm sort of struggling with that myself. I believe in my content, I believe in myself, and I know that over the past few years, I've really tried my hardest to keep upping the production and quality of my content. It is honestly hard to carry on sometimes, but I suppose the key thing that keeps me going is the fact that I still love to make content, and I've loved it for the past 8 years I've been doing it. In terms of speaking on this being a smaller content creator, the logical thing would be to look at how to grow bigger, right? Well, that also seems to be the really hard part about being a content creator. I know my content isn't the best in the world, but I know how hard I've been working on it to improve it and push it out to so many of the different platforms that we have these days. And sometimes it just doesn't take off. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm unlucky, or maybe a harsh reality is I'm bad at making content. Sadly, I know this video has got quite a downer side to it. However, I just want to say to you, if you're a content creator and you're passionate about your content, keep trying and keep putting in the hard work and effort. Don't give up hope. You've got this. Maybe a bit of an odd video, however, it kind of is a way that I enjoy to rant, sitting down, writing a script and recording it. With that being said, thank you for watching, and if you're a content creator, let me know how your journey's going.